Okay, gonna do a quick tub video on this CJ5. This is a 79. Right off the bat, you can see a little bit of body damage. These two holes here. Uh, it's hard to say what they had there. I'm not even gonna speculate. They could have had something mounted. They could have had a dent there and pulled it some odd way, but nonetheless, that's on the passenger side door. But otherwise, the tub is actually pretty clean. It's got a couple spots on it, but for what we've seen in here, this is a pretty nice tub. The floors are not too bad. This has got a little surface on it, but otherwise solid. It definitely doesn't need any panel repair. I'd clean it up a little bit on that one. That's passenger side. And then back here, which is an area they love to rust, just a little hard to see, is actually really solid. This is it from this wheel well side. So this is an area that's always blown out on these things. This one is what kind of caught my attention on this. The inner fender well is nice and clean. The right rear corner, a couple dings. This is the non-tailgate one. You know, these are getting hard. If you have a tailgate one and you're looking for one with tailgate, there are ways to convert these out. You can see where the seam is. This is actually factory on this one. And then, you know, this is the area that's definitely need at least a little bit of replacement panel here. So as you can see as I pull this out here, doesn't really go about 4.5 inches up from the seam here and to the seam. This is through here, and not really too much is into this area here, but definitely a good 4 by probably 8 inches there. But otherwise the corners are really clean. And there's again that side there also very clean, and all through here. And then this side, this has already had kind of a makeshift panel put in, probably because it got a little soft. I looked up underneath it and has a little bit of a cutout where they did that there, but this one is definitely by far the cleanest one we've had in for a 5 in a long time. Now, does have a little bit of filler here. It's hard to say. This was pushed in at one time. A lot of times on 5s out of the factory, they lathered these up pretty thick because they were kind of wavy. But it could be. Let's see if we can get behind this guy. And probably had a little bit of. It's hard to say. This one might have had some body damage here, and they might have filled it in. So definitely a little bit. You know, basically from your seam here of your front cowl area, your fender. So I'd say that. This is where I'm seeing the filler, just to give you an exact idea of what you'd be looking at. So this is all got at least some kind of filler on it. And depth-wise, it's hard to say. Up here, it's real thin. It's pretty thin through here. And then I would imagine it thickens up a little bit in this area, maybe through here. And it's about the extension of it is about here. There's a little, that's just actually glue. I thought that might be rust on it, but and then again, this is just kind of filled, probably just to smooth it out. And it's got, of course, it's got a little surface rust around these. This one's a little worse than the other ones, but we'll pull that roll bar just to make sure there's nothing behind it. But considering the other one I had listed, or still have listed, this would be like, I would consider this like a C plus B minus tub. Probably a B compared to what a lot of people have, but still not an A by no means, although I haven't probably had an A in for 5 years or so. But definitely a viable candidate depending on what you're working with. Everything else on it's super solid. Under the floors, really nice under the seats. Top cowl area up here is really clean. Fenders, hood's got a couple dings on it. Grill's not bad. Yeah, so that's that guy for you. Questions, comments, or you see it out there. I'm taking this for a customer, a couple customers that are looking at this guy as a tub candidate, but doesn't mean it's sold yet. And just definitely give us a holler if there's something on it that you see that you want or you have a question about. Of course, it's a narrow track, and I think it's 354. I'll have to look at the gear ratio. I'm not even sure. It's one of the higher ratio, lower numerical numbers. So, all right. I appreciate your time. 303-666-9020, partsbreakers.com. And my name is Jeremy. Thank you.